In today's video, I'm going to share a few steps that you can implement into your animation to make your characters come to life in your animation. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Ion and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel. The channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation. And if that is you, welcome. You are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And if you are new to animation and you don't know where to begin, well, I created an animation startup guide, and in this guide there is everything that you're gonna need to start your animation journey. So there's a list of animation software, 2D animation and 3D animation. There's also manufacturers when it comes to drawing tablets that I can recommend, as well as other software like storyboarding software and editing software to create animatics and script writing software, everything that you're gonna need. So in this startup guide, there are links so you can go check out and do some read up, do some research and see what softwares will work best for you with the prices, everything. So it is a great document that will just give you all the information you need to get your journey started. So in the description box below there's a link, just click there and I will send that guide to you. Now today I'm going to share with you a few steps that you can implement into your animations just to bring some life to your characters and make them perform so much better in your animations. Because at the end of the day, your characters, those puppets in your software, they are your actors and you want them to portray the story and do a very good performance, if I can call it that. So you want to really add life to your characters to help tell your story so much better. So there's a few steps that you can implement, and the first one is, and this is a common one, it is used by your professional animators in large studios like Disney and Pixar and DreamWorks, and that is to use reference video. So what you can do is you can go and film yourself, act out the scene, and you can use that as a reference. Or if you need some facial expressions, you can have a mirror next to you and you can see how your face moves. So work off some reference. Don't just think what the character should do. Maybe ask someone, a good actor, maybe let him or her act out the scene, or watch movies, or just work from a reference. A reference is much better to work from than just think what your character should do or will do in such a situation. So rather work off some reference. That is probably the best starting point for any animator. Then something that you should always incorporate into your characters, and that is body language. Body language is so important to help your characters to tell the story. Let the body show what they think, what they say. For example, if a character is confused, let him scratch his head. It just adds so much more to the storytelling. If he doesn't know, and if someone asks him a question and he says he doesn't know, maybe say, I don't know. Let his body illustrate what he's saying, what he is thinking, so that let your character also use his body to portray the message and the story as well. So use body language in your characters as well. It really adds a lot to your animation as well as in the storytelling. The next thing is to incorporate the 12 principles of animation. And that is what they are there for. The whole purpose of the 12 principles of animation is to make your animations better. And that's the whole purpose. So a few things that you can incorporate, for example, is squash and stretch, anticipation, arc, and timing. These are just a few things that you can incorporate into your animation or into your character animation that will really make a difference. For instance, arc movements, it just looks so much better than linear movements. It looks more natural. So if you incorporate arcs into your animation, it's going to make a big difference. Squash and stretch, it really adds life to your characters as well. So really go look at the 12 principles of animation and incorporate that into your character animation. And I do have on my website a mini course. It is $17 on the 12 principles of animation. So if you just want to learn a little bit more and get a basic understanding of the 12 principles of animation, feel free to go to my website, and the link will be in the description. So it is $17 and you'll learn the basics of the 12 principles of animation. So that is another thing that you can incorporate into your animations. Then the next one is blocking and in between. So that is when you pose your character into its key poses, and then you just add the in-betweens. Now, the reason blocking is so important is for a few reasons. The first one is you can see, because what you will do is the body language. You'll probably end up blocking in the different body language. For example, if he's thinking, you'll block in the position where he's scratching his head. So now you can kind of see, does the body language work as well. But the second reason why blocking is so important is you can also fix your timing with blocking. So you can really work on your timing, and like I've mentioned, timing is one of the principles of animation. So blocking is very important, and you can always just fine-tune your blocking and your in-betweens to really see, does these body language, these movements, these key poses, does it work? Okay, so blocking is also very, very important. Then the next point is planning. Okay, so plan out your scene. Let's say you need to animate your character one line of dialogue. Okay, plan. What do you want this character to do? What are the different key poses you want to incorporate? What are the body languages that you want to portray? What is the mood? What is his? Is he happy? Is he sad? So, what is his not personality, but yeah, his mood? How are you going to incorporate his mood? So plan your scene, and that is again where your reference footage comes in. That is the body language. So the planning is actually, I actually should have made this step 1, because that is actually everything. You're actually going to plan everything before you can start animating. So you need to know, okay, this is the line or this is the dialogue, and now you plan out what you want your character to do. And because if you're just going to start animating and wing it, it's not going to work. Your character's not going to come to life. So make sure you plan that line. Make sure you do your planning before you start animating. And then finally, and this is a small one, but it's something that a lot of new animators miss, is natural human actions. So what do I mean about that? So basically, eye blinking. It is just a natural thing that we as humans and animals do. We blink our eyes every now and then. So if you have a character that doesn't blink his eyes, it's really going to start to look unnatural. Okay, so look at things that we do as humans. We blink our eyes, we breathe. So when you have 3D animation, it is a lot more obvious when your character, if you haven't animated the breathing of your character. So go watch Disney movies or Pixar or DreamWorks movies. You'll see the characters are breathing. Okay, it is a natural human action. So look at things that characters do. For example, every now and then you scratch your nose. While I was talking to you guys, I scratched my nose quite a few times. So maybe incorporate things like that into your animation as well. Natural human actions. Look at people. Maybe go to a restaurant and just sit and look at people. Look at what are they doing. When they talk, what are they doing? When they're walking, are there things, maybe they just, every now and then they scratch somewhere, or they rub their nose, or maybe go like this. Or if you're like Justin Bieber, you swirl you swing your hair or whatever. Just look at natural movements, what people are doing, and it can really add a lot of character to your or personality to your character as well. So if I can just quickly recap these few points. The first one is use reference footage, like for video footage, or maybe look at other movies or animation, or have a mirror next to you. So use reference. The second one is body language. Then the 12 principles of animation, blocking and in between, that will also solve your timing. Planning, plan everything beforehand, plan your scene or the dialogue, what you want your character to do. And then finally, natural human actions. Those are the few things that I can recommend you incorporate into your characters when you animate them, and you will really improve your characters and make them come to life and look more realistic. And it will actually be an actor on screen with a very good performance. It is not just a character that is being animated. If you look like, for example, if you think of movies like Shrek, you think of Shrek as an actor, because the animation is done so well, that character is so full of life that it almost becomes like it is a performance. It's not an animation, and that is what you want. You want your characters to perform and not feel like they are animated. So these things, if you can incorporate them, it will really take your animations to the next level and really add some life to your characters. So let me know in the comments below if there are any things that you incorporate to take your character's performance to the next level. I'd love to hear from you. So I will see you guys next week with another video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next week with another video. So God bless and happy animating.